playing?
Of course, 100%.
When you go through a stretch like this, how do you balance having conviction in things that kind of put you in a win game versus changing something to get different results?
Yeah, I think you got to sit there and evaluate, like, all right, is there something, is there one thing that you look at and say, all right, we're not doing this well enough, this is not progressing, that we have to address it and make like direct changes, right? And then, like you said, you've got to look at it, what are the things that we're doing well or we are making progress on. I mean, the obvious things everybody's going to say, oh, well, you got to finish games better. Well, no shit, right? But number one is like, why haven't we? And we've had a myriad of different issues, right? I mean, I think the reality is we've been in a lot of really close games. We've had some opportunities to separate in several of these games, and we haven't. We need to get better at that. And then we've had some opportunities to close them. We've had some really unfortunate breaks, we'll call them, in several of these, but we haven't been good enough to overcome those. And that's what we're building to become, obviously. But I don't see like one central issue that like this position group or this player or this scheme or this coach, like they're not doing this well, and that's why we haven't closed out these games. It's just we've sprung some leaks in different places, and we got to keep coaching and keep progressing. And then anything that we see that is not functioning at a high level or headed that way, we're aggressively addressing it, and we'll do anything we have to do to continue to plug these leaks and get better.
Lincoln, how would you describe where Miller's head is at, just generally?
I think he's in a good place. I mean, I think he's, I think like all of us, he's had to, it's kind of a mind trick on you right now, because you people that watch the tape and watch how we've played and watch how we progress, that tells you one thing, and then you go look at the record and that tells you another thing. And it's you got to really just stay true to what you see on tape, what can we do to get better, and then how do we just keep going and going and going. And he's had to do that. Everybody in our programs had to do that, and that's just part of it. It's part of being a leader. It's part of when you have the word quarterback by your name. That's part of it. Everybody goes through tough stretches. Everybody goes through times where things don't fall your way, and the best ones continue to battle. He's one of the best ones, and he's going to continue to battle.
What have you seen on tape, that makes you feel comfortable, even though a couple mistakes the past couple of years? What have you seen on tape from him that makes you still feel so comfortable?
Oh, he's still executing. I mean, at a very high level. He's making a lot of plays, a lot of really good decisions. There's always going to be a couple mistakes, and the ones that he has, certainly can't kill us. And he's had a few that have obviously got to be better, but he's made a lot of plays, and he's put our guys in a lot of position to make plays, kind of like on the 2-minute drive the other night. I don't know that he could have done anything more. And so, no, I still think he's playing at a very high level. Of course, I expect him to improve, and he does too, but he's also the guy that's put us in position to win all 7 of these.
Coach, will any of your assistants take on different roles going forward, or going to stay the same with those guys?
Any of the assistants?
Yeah, assistant coaches.
I don't think so. No.
How do you approach the combination of a long away game and a short week as far as prep this week?
Yeah, it was interesting scheduling. It's honestly, it comes at it's like the perfect week to have a short week, though. I mean, really, like it's, the guys were able to sleep on the flight home the other night. We all worked the entire flight home and got a good jump. And I think it's a good one just mentally to kind of be able to just like dive right in. It's like you don't have time to do anything else but just go. And so, yeah, you obviously, you alter your practices. I know you guys are aware we had to alter some of these practices throughout the week, obviously to get them ready a day early. But we're far enough in the season. These guys know our systems well enough. We gotta find the balance between obviously getting ready and getting good prep, but also having a fresh football team on Friday night.
One of the words we heard most often from you and Caleb last year was consistency. Mm-hmm. How would you evaluate this year's offense's ability to play with consistency?
It just generalizes right in the middle. I mean, at times it's been really, really good. At times it hasn't been. I mean, it's I really want to see us put together a complete game. We've had some good stretches in games, but I don't know that we've totally put together a complete game yet. So that's obviously our goal going forward, and certainly our goal this week.
Coach, just Mekhi Lemon has seemed to become a dependent target for Miller Moss on those short yardage. What have you just made from him since he's returned?
He's been steady. It hurt us losing him. When we did early in the Michigan game, he's a steady, consistent target. He's caught the ball well. You know, he's growing up in terms of his preparation and mentally really being ready to play, and so he has. You know, I think he was 8 for 8 the other night in terms of, you know, targets and catches, and so, you know, Miller and our quarterback's got a lot of confidence in him, and he's a young player that's just getting better and more consistent by the day.
Miller threw the ball over 50 times. Was that part of the game plan? Was that more than you'd like? Generally?
That's probably a little more than I would like. I mean, some of it was the 2-minute drive obviously accentuated that a little bit. But yeah, no, it's I mean, you got to do what you got to do to win. And at the end of the day, you know, whether we hand it off 50 times or throw 50 times, I've never like gotten crazy caught up in that because you don't know how each game's going to unfold. But yeah, I think in a perfect world, do I want the quarterback to throw 50 times? Not necessarily. Although, like I said, if that's what we got to do, it's what we're going to do.
Let's do one more.
What's holding back, or what's holding Quinn back from 10 touches a game, something like that, 5 to 10? Or what does he kind of have to keep showing?
Yeah, just I think consistency of play, and he's done a lot of good things. I mean, it's honestly a little tough to take Woody off the field right now. I mean, Woody's been one of our best, most consistent players, and so the confidence I think is growing in Quentin, and a guy that we would like to get more opportunities, and he's got to continue to become a better player when the ball's not in his hands, and that's like a lot of young running backs, but I think he is, and I know our confidence is growing in him, and he's obviously made some big plays for us, and we're going to count on him for more here going forward.
Thank you, Coach.